All right, we are into Titus Andronicus, Act 4, Scene 2. Another really pivotal, I think it's one of the most pivotal acts or scenes in the play. And we're really going to see the character of Aaron, which is fascinating in this play. And I don't think it's been talked about enough where Aaron the Moor, he's given these duplicitous qualities, this plotting and evil. There's as soon as his son is birthed, there's a change, and he decides, he wants to guard his son with his life. And it's, when you think of the relationships of parents and children in the play, it's really he seems to be one of the most caring parents. But let's jump in. Here's the synopsis. Tamora gives birth to a baby whose black skin signals Aaron's paternity. Aaron arranges for a white baby to take his son's place as Saturninus' heir. He then sets out to take his baby to safety among the Goths. Demetrius hears the son of Lucius. He has some messages to deliver us. Some mad message from his mad grandfather. There's Aaron. Young Lucius, boy, my lords, with all the humbleness I may greet your honors from Andronicus, and pray the Roman gods confound you both. Gramercy, lovely Lucius, what's the news? That you are both deciphered. That's the news. That we figured out that Demetrius and Chiron tortured Lavinia for villains marked with rape. May it please you, my grandsire, well advised, has sent by me the goodliest weapons of his armory to gratify your honorable youth, the hope of Rome. For so he bid me say, and so I do, and with his gifts present your lordships. Whenever you have need, you may be armed with a pointed well. And so I leave you both, like bloody villains. So the son, Lucius' son's just giving it to him, right? What's here? A scroll. What's written? And we have some more Latin. We have a lot of Latin in this play, and this means the man of upright life and free from crime has no need of amorous javelins or bow. That's from Horace's Odes there. There's a lot of allusions throughout this play. We have, Ovid's Metamorphoses, Horace's Odes throughout. Chiron, oh, 'tis a verse in Horace, I know it well. I read it in grammar a long time ago. Here's Aaron. Just a verse in Horace, right, you have it. Now, what a thing it is to be an ass. Here's no sound jest. The old man has found their guilt and sends them weapons wrapped about with lines that wound beyond their feeling to the quick. But were our witty empress well afoot, she would applaud Andronicus' conceit, but let her rest in her unrest awhile. And now, young lords, was not a happy star led us to Rome, strangers and more than so, captives to be advanced to this height. It did me good before the palace gate to brave the tribune in his brother's hearing. But me more good to see so great a lord basely insinuate and send us gifts. Had he not reason, Lord Demetrius? Did you not use his daughter very friendly? I mean, did you not? I would we had 1,000 Roman dames at such a babe I turned to serve our lust. And this shows the horrible of Demetrius and Chiron here, right? A charitable wish and full of love. Here lacks but your mother to say amen. This is kind of showing the evilness of these characters here. And that would she for 20,000 more. Come, let us go and pray to all the gods for our beloved mother in her pains. So the mother's giving birth, right? Tamora's giving birth, and they think it's Saturninus. Pray to the devils, the gods have given us over. The trumpets sound. Why do the emperor's trumpets flourish thus? Belike for joy the emperor hath a son. Soft who comes here. Enter the nurse. The nurse comes, and the child is black. And everyone's like, oh shit, right? Good morrow, lords. Oh, tell me, did you see Aaron the Moor? Here's Aaron. Well, more or less, or nearer with it all. Here Aaron is, and what with Aaron now? O gentle Aaron, we are all undone. Now help or woe betide thee evermore. So the nurse kind of is giving Aaron the news here. Like, if people find out about this, all hell's going to break loose. And the nurse wants Aaron to murder his own son. And Aaron outright refuses, and you'll see what happens. Why, what a caterwauling dost thou keep? What dost thou wrap and fumble in thy arms? That's the baby. Oh, that which I would hide from heaven's eyes, our empress shame and stately Roman's disgrace. She is delivered, Lord, she is delivered. So the nurse is like, this baby, Aaron to whom? I mean, she is brought a bed. Well, God give her good rest. What has sent her? A devil. And the nurse is calling the baby a devil, right? Why? Then she is the devil's dam, a joyful issue. A joyless, dismal, black, and the nurse is talking bad about the baby. And we'll see what Aaron does, right? This is Aaron, it's like one of the moments where it completely humanizes him. And everything, if Aaron really cared about keeping this, we see Aaron really humanized in this moment of fatherhood. The nurse says, a joyless, dismal, black, and sorrowful issue. Here is the babe, as loathsome as a toad amongst the fair-faced breeders of our clime. The empress sends it thee, thy stamp, thy seal. And this is Shakespeare's first tragedy. And I think Shakespeare is it was a trope in this time to show a character like Aaron as, evil, duplicitous, which he does some evil things, right? But I think Shakespeare gives this humanization here. Look at what Aaron says. Well, what's the nurse say? And bid that christen it with it the empress, Tamora. Think of Tamora. Even though Tamora pleaded for her sons at the beginning, she wants to kill her son now. And I'm wondering, is Aaron the only character in the play, the only parental character who, shows complete compassion and humanity? Remember, Titus kills his son, Mucius, right? And bids thee christen it with a dagger's point. Tamora wants you to kill this baby. Here's Aaron. Zounds, which is God's wounds, right? Zoons, ye whore, he calls her. Is black so base a hue? Sweet blouse, you ruddy wench. You are a beauteous blossom sure. So Aaron's like, are you kidding me? Villain, what hast thou done? That which thou canst undo. Thou hast undone our mother. Villain, I have done thy mother. Right? We get Aaron there. And there in hellish dog, thou hast undone her. Woe to her chance, and damned her loathed choice. Accursed the offspring of so foul a fiend. It shall not live. This is what the sons say. Aaron, it shall not die. Right? I'm going to protect this baby, my son, at any cost. Aaron, it must. The mother wills it so. What must it, nurse? Then let no man but I do execution on my flesh and blood. I'll broach the tadpole on my rapier's point. Nurse, give it me. My sword will so soon dispatch it. And here's Aaron. Demetrius is like, I'll kill the baby. Aaron takes the baby. Sooner this sword shall plow thy bowels up. I'll cut you up, right? Aaron says that to Demetrius. Stay, murderous villains. Will you kill your brother? This is your brother. Now by the burning tapers of the sky, that shone so brightly when this boy was got, he dies upon my smiter's sharp point that touches this my firstborn son and heir. I tell you, younglings, not Enceladus, that's one of the Titans who fought the Olympians, with all his threatening band of Typhon brood, nor great Alcestis, nor the god of war, shall seize this prey out of the Father's hands. God's and is not going to take my son away from my hands, right? That really shows Aaron here. There's of his caring compassion for this son. What ye sanguine, you shallow-hearted boys, you white lime walls. He's giving it to him here, right? Ye alehouse painted signs, coal black is better than another hue. He's really defending it right here. In that it scorns to bear another hue, for all the water in the ocean can never turn the swan's black legs to white, although she lave them hourly in the flood. Tell the empress from me, tell Tamora, I am of age to keep mine own. Excuse it how she can. And that's Aaron's statement, right? Tell the empress, I'm keeping this baby. And she has to just deal with it. Will thou betray thy noble mistress thus? My mistress is my mistress. This myself, right? This is part of me. This son here that Aaron is defending, and holding close. It's like the most important thing to him right now. The vigor and the picture of my youth. This before, what a line right here, right? This before all the world do I prefer. Aaron's son. In many ways, even though he's done such horrible things, this little moment, it's one of the most humanist moments in the play. This Maugre, in spite of all the world will I keep it safe. I'll keep it safe more than anything. Or some of you shall smoke for it in Rome, where I'm going to destroy everything, right? If anyone tries to hurt it. By this our mother is forever shamed. Rome will despise her for this foul escape. The emperor in his rage will doom her death. I blush to think upon this ignominy. Why, there's the privilege your beauty bears. Fie, treacherous you that will betray with blushing the clothes and acts and counsels of thy heart. Here's a young lad framed by of another leer. Look how the black slave smiles upon the father, as who should say, Old lad, I am thine own. He is your brother, lords, sensibly fed of that self-blood that first gave life to you. And from your womb where you imprisoned were, he is enfranchised and come to light. Nay, he is your brother, by the surer side, the mother's side, although my seal be stamped in his face. Aaron, what shall I say unto the empress? Advise thee, Aaron, what is to be done? They're asking Aaron, what are we going to do now? And we will all subscribe to your advice. Save thou the child so we may all be safe. Then sit we down and let us all consult. My son and I will have wind of you. We'll keep you safely in our view, right? We're going to keep an eye on you. Keep there. Now talk of pleasure at your safety. How many women saw this child? Why, so brave lords, when we joined the league I am a lamb, but if you brave the more, the chafe bore the mountains lioness, the ocean swells not so as Aaron storms, but say again, how many saw this child? Cornelia the midwife and myself, and no one else but the delivered empress. The empress, the midwife, and yourself. Two might keep counsel when the third's away. Go to the empress, tell her this, I said. And he kills the nurse, right? Aaron kills the nurse because he wants to protect his son. He knows the nurse is going to talk and spread this around. Weak, weak, so cries a pig prepared to the spit. And they're like, what meanest thou, Aaron? Wherefore didst thou? O Lord, sir, 'tis a deed of policy. Cunning, right? Shall she live to betray this guilt of ours? A long-tongued babbling gossip, nor lords know, and now be it known to you my full intent. Here's my full intent. Here's what my plan is. Not far one Mutilus, my countryman. His wife but yesternight was brought to bed. His child is like to her, so they're going to take this child and swap it out, right? Fair as you are, go pack with him and give the mother gold, and tell them both the circumstance of all, and how by this their child shall be advanced. Right? They're going to swap the child out, and be received as for the emperor's heir, and substituted in the place of mine, to calm this tempest whirling in the court, and let the emperor dandle for his own. Hark ye, lords, you see I have given her psychic, the medicine, right? And you must needs bestow her funeral. The fields are near, and you are gallant grooms. This done, see that you take no longer days, but send the midwife presently to me. The midwife and the nurse well made away. Then let the ladies tattle when they please. So that's the plan. There's this other baby, a white baby, and they're going to take out and just say, that's Saturninus' and Tamora's son. But Aaron's taking his son back to and protecting it at all cost. Aaron, I see thou wilt not trust the heir with secrets. For this care of Tamora, herself and hers are highly bound to thee. And they exit. And here's Aaron's a little soliloquy here, because he's alone. Now to the Goths, as swift as swallow flies, there to dispose this treasure in my arms. He calls his son this treasure, and secretly to greet the empress friends. Come on, I'll bear you hence, for it is you that puts us to our shifts. I'll make you feed on berries and roots, and feed on curds and whey, and suck the goat, and cabin in the cave, and bring you up to be a warrior and command a camp. So that's Aaron's son here. It's a really important scene. I'm going to argue, I don't think it's been written on enough, and this would be a great paper. Aaron as really the only parent in the play that shows absolute caring and compassion.